Hello, poor people. How are you today? Tonight, we are going to elaborate on confidence. And for the longest of time, this has been an abstract term, something creators would reduce to externalities. So you're confident when you do something. You're confident when you walk up to the lady. You're confident when you take action. You're confident. It is rooted in doing. But tonight, I'm here to share confidence is more of what you don't do. And I'll explain to you. Very recently, I had a conversation, a very difficult conversation, and it's similar to those you would put off. Well, let me get dressed. Well, let me do this. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. So those kind of conversations you keep posting. I engaged in it. But what I discovered is I was trying to be confident and it ended in a disaster. Now, disaster because only I know my true potential. To the external person, it might have sounded beautifully. Perhaps I even won the debate. But to me, it's similar to those times where you're underprepared for a scenario, but you won. Deep down in the crevice of your soul, you're not going to enjoy that victory because you know you could have won even better. So in those situations, trying to appear confident by raising my voice, infusing cadence, and all of those mechanical activities, and that is what it devolved to. The conversation appeared contrived. It's kind of like instances because I'm a very smart man, and due to my intellect, when I converse, people try to match up to that quality and they end up faking accents, speaking on subjects they don't completely understand, and the atmosphere is messy. Like the way I'm speaking, we are flowing, the energy, the temperature, you can feel it. But to the average individual trying to mimic that experience, it becomes messy. Even in a podcast, once the intellectual difference is like the Strait of Hormuz, it's easily identifiable. That's when I notice that confidence is internal, not external. There are times where, in a difficult situation, you don't need to raise your voice to appear confident. I don't mean shouting or scolding. If you're a master communicator, you know exactly what I'm trying to explain. To appear confident, your tone must be at a 6 or 7. 10 is berating and shouting. So if you listen to any motivational video, if you look at their pitch and you listen perfectly, it's either at a 6 or a 7. So mechanically trying to embody that tone destroyed my whole conversation. You can appear confident. In fact, you have to move from appearing to being, because when you be, you appear. If to reinforce a belief, you have to walk up to a lady, do something external before you believe you are confident, then you are not confident. If you are confident, the action comes naturally. You don't have to do to be. You are, then you do. It's the same concept rooted in manifestation. You don't see and believe. You believe, then you see. So your confidence shouldn't be rooted in externalities, what you did, what you do. And please, this is an extreme conversation that we would balance later. But your confidence shouldn't be a consequence of a car, a consequence of your device, a consequence of your apparel. And all of those things are contributors. Where it becomes a problem is if it's the sole expression of yourself. That's when it becomes problematic. Because as confident as you are, it is better to show up in a suit than a bathrobe. In fact, this is a very interesting idea. I just came up from the top of my head. If you look at billionaires, they dress carelessly because the value is there. There's nothing to prove. They are billionaires. So you can't say their dressing is a consequence of their bank account. The value is there, but you have no idea. If you see someone, regardless of how he dresses, and you engage with this person, you can tell with digital precision this person is confident and is maybe as a consequence of his wealth, which is what most people attribute it to. And you are more drawn to people who are confident without the means. So this is a very confident young man, and there's nothing in his life. There's no wealth, there's no car, there's nothing external behind this confidence. That's the kind of people you're drawn to. You're drawn to athletes who believe in themselves. You're drawn to fighters who call the win before the match. One of the best ways to cultivate this kind of confidence is by focusing on doing internal things, performing without reward, acting in ways consistent with the image you have of yourself. You can't claim your confidence and in your quiet time you log into a website that is distasteful. You can't claim your confidence and every time you go into the bathroom, you spit on your palms. You can't claim your confidence and every time she's in disagreement with your views, you beg, you cry. All of these things you might think it's hidden, but it registers in your subconscious, and your subconscious is how you act. You might think you are hidden, but in reality, you are watching yourself. So subconsciously, you would always act in ways consistent with your image. And my brothers, we love this quote that the universe would always expose you. The universe would always expose you if you claim to be something you're not. I said this in a previous recording that the reason most of these gurus and false alpha males fall to the wayside is not necessarily because they do not believe in what they preach, but when the problem relative to that mindset shows up, it crumbles their reality. They are not used to that kind of suffering. As a consequence, they're exposed, or those who try as much as possible to appear cool online, to appear that there's something they're not. It's only a matter of time before the subconscious compels them to take action and the third party might decide to expose them. So always try as much as possible to hinge your confidence on internal values. The time you wake up, showing up for yourself, doing something you said you would do. That's confidence. As always, my friends, it's a pleasure speaking to you. See you in the next one.